Gun he's like the best of the best. Everybody knows that this guy is an assassin, and nobody will know who he is, but he gets the gig because he's the best available musician that gets hired to go on tour to deliver that music for that artist.
That's a look at Hired Gun. It's a film, a documentary, all about those musicians you don't know about. But a musician you probably do know about is this guy right here, Jason Hook.
Hey, good morning. How are you doing?
Toronto native. He's now the lead guitarist of the biggest heavy metal band in the world, arguably, which is Five Finger Death Punch. But you start from humble beginnings. You're a Toronto guy, and as the story goes, you just say to Dad, "Hey, Dad, I want to be a musician." You hop in a car and you wanted to drive down to L.A.
Pretty much. I mean, I grew up in Oakville. I was born in Toronto, grew up in Oakville, and I had a band that was based out of Brampton, and we worked very hard and got a record deal, and shortly after that we made the record, the band got dropped, and I remember how devastating that was for all of us, and I just remember thinking that if I want to take a second swing at this, I've got to be in Los Angeles. So I just packed everything up and boogied there, and
yeah, you became a hired gun. So you work for free for the first little bit. Then all of a sudden you get an opportunity to be, of all things, with Hilary Duff.
Yeah, the Hilary Duff gig was cool. I mean, I have fond memories of the gig. It taught me how to be professional. And when I was offered that gig, she was at sort of ground zero, and I didn't know who she was. I was just heading down to an audition, and they picked me, and all of a sudden I'm learning songs, and it's a brand new thing. So fortunately, she was at the beginning of what was her big success. She was right at the beginning of the trip up. So I got in right at the right time, and I learned a lot from that gig. You know, they're really cool people to work for.
I got a picture too to show you too. I want to show you a picture from it's from a nice Hard Rock cafe in a southern destination. You probably know this picture. This is a picture of one of your guitars from Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's at a Hard Rock, and is it in Aruba?
Aruba, yeah. Somebody sent me a shot of that. I actually wondered where this guitar ended up because I donated it years ago, back in 2007. I'm like, I have no idea where it's, you know, living on a wall, and then somebody found it, so yeah, that's kind of cool.
So now you find your home with Five Finger Death Punch, but a lot of people, you know, there's so many people behind the music, and there's so many great artists. We talk about, we were just talking about little ditty about Jack and Diane.
Yeah.
That iconic little drum roll that's in there. That's just a hired gun.
Yeah, but that's Kenny Aronoff, and there's so many little stories. Everyone we talked to, and we talked to 54 people, and we have over 300 hours of footage. And what we found was that everybody has at least one incredible story. And so what we did was he sort of peeled all the fat away, extracted all of those great stories, strung them together, and that ends up being the movie.
You just came back from South by Southwest. You premiered there.
Yeah.
The response to this has been fantastic as well. So many people so interested.
Everyone's very excited. You know, I don't like to try to sell this to anyone because talk is cheap, but when it comes out, I think it'll speak for itself.
Yeah, it will be coming out shortly. Five Finger Death Punch, you guys got lots of things going on right now.
Endless amount of activity with the band, yeah.
And you're making Toronto proud. Well, thank you very much for coming this morning. So if you want more information on the film, more information on when the release is going to happen and how you can find out about it, you want to go to hiredgunthefilm.com. All that information as well will be on our website. Once again, Jason Hook, Toronto native, making us loud. Yeah, making it real loud and proud right across the country and across the world.
Hi, Mom.